Well, everybody, here we are. By the grace of God, we made it back for another Monday night broadcast. It's TTT, y'all. It's time to talk. And once again, we're going to be sharing a story that I hope will encourage you. I hope it will, what is the word I want to use? Make you want to get up and do something, especially if you're a young person. This young lady tonight is just, what can I call her? A go-getter. She's just an awesome young lady. When I think about my later years in high school, I'm like, I think I was active, but I don't think I was doing all of this. But I hope her story is going to inspire you because she's just, over 1,000 hours of community service. There are some of us adults that can't say that, okay? But I'm honored to be able to talk with her tonight, her and one of her mentors who you've seen before. But anyway, I do want to do one thing. Okay, y'all see all the busyness in the back? Okay, that's my village. Y'all know it's Christmas time, and I love Christmas time. I know Thanksgiving is this week, but it's Christmas season, okay? So we got to start so we can make good use of all the Christmas decorations. So this is my village in the back. I hope it's not too busy, but it's Christmas time, y'all. It's Christmas time. So I'm excited. But let's get back to tonight's show. I want to bring online one of my beautiful, beautiful Sarahs. As I say, you've seen her before. She was on here one evening telling us about etiquette. Sarah, Alisa, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm
Great
doing
to see
fabulous.
you.
As I said, it's Christmas time, so I can't.
I love that Christmas spirit.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Yes, it is.
And you're doing good?
I'm doing great. I'm like you. I absolutely love Christmas. And I have already started putting up a few of my decorations, not too many because I want to see the Thanksgiving come and go first, but I have them all ready to put out inside and outdoors. So I'm excited.
Well, I have so much. I had to start early because I want them to be up for at least 2 months before I have to take them down January 15th. So
right.
I put them up. Another Monday night. I'm sorry. Let me turn one of these things down over here. You know, my technical difficulties.
No worries.
So tonight we're talking to someone that you know quite well.
Very well.
Miss Shannon Lewis. I wanted to say she's a future leader, but she's a leader right now. I think you would probably agree.
I have to absolutely agree.
And she, only God knows what's in store for her. So I'll let you go ahead and do the introduction of Miss Shannon Lewis.
Well, I just don't know what to say. I have the absolute pleasure to introduce her, and I am already going to say I'm very proud of her. Every time I see her accomplishments and every time I think about what this young lady has done, I almost tear up. Because you see so many young people in the media totally opposite, but that's not always true. Shannon is one of those individuals that we can always say she has tested the world now. We automatically know that she's going to be a leader. She's going to be a future leader. Well, she's already a leader, as we already said, but she's just there. She has it, and we're excited for her. So let me introduce her. I have been waiting on this day for the last few days because I am excited to say that you're in for a special treat on tonight. Shannon Lewis, she is a dedicated and faithful young Christian leader who has set the bar for modern trailblazers. Her life objective is that she will be a service to all mankind by volunteering her time and God-given talent in the community in which she lives. She was born to lead. I love that. Every time I see that and read that, I just love it. Currently, Shannon serves as the International Vice President of the Common Black College Application Student Ambassadors Program. She also serves as the President of the Dallas National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP Youth Council. Phew! That's a heavy load, right?
That's just,
She Yes, she is a recipient of numerous prestigious awards, including the DFW 20 Under 20 Girls in STEM and Area Community Service Award. She is part of many organizations such as Leaders of Tomorrow, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, the Kenny Beaver Foundation, and TBOC Pearls Ministry, just to name a few. She has also given the opportunity to study STEM abroad in Dubai. I remember when she went for 10 days. I know, right? I haven't been there. I could just live through her. In addition, Shannon has accumulated, get this, over 1,000 hours in community service. Unimaginable, unheard of. But we know Shannon can do it.
Yeah.
Shannon anticipates to graduate in June 2021, just a few months away, with her associate's degree in science from Cedar Hill Collegiate High School. After high school, her plans are to attend an HBCU, historically Black college or university, so that she can pursue her dream as a physician assistant. In her free time, she enjoys spending quality time with her friends and family, shopping, a woman after my own heart.
I know, right?
Doing makeup, and you will see how beautiful she is. I'm pretty sure she did her own makeup tonight because she is very talented in the area, and giving back to the community in which she lives. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to some and introduce to others Miss Shannon Lewis.
Come on, Shannon. Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me. And thank you, Miss Elisa, for reading my bio.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
No, thank you for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule, as we would say. So, Shannon, just tell us a little bit, as I play with the optics here, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from. I can't ask you the question I ask everybody. What is your first remembrance of me? Because we haven't officially met other than virtually.
Right.
So, tell us a little bit about you, because as I said earlier, the audience is natural and they're from all over. So, hey, I want them to know Shannon Lewis.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Shannon Lewis, and I currently reside in Cedar Hill, Texas. And I attend Cedar Hill Collegiate High School, and that is a collegiate program where I will be able to graduate with my associate's degree in science. So 2 years for free out the way. I live with my mom, my dad, and my younger brother. And that's just a little bit about me. As you heard in my bio, community service and just giving back to others. It's just something that's a big part of me that I feel like is, needed, because with everything going on, I think, just being that light, it's something that, is precious and that you just can't take away from.
So this community service that you do, it's so much. What got you into that, or why do you have this deep desire to serve so much?
Okay, so when I was younger, I was a part of doing many things as far as sports, and my mom just kind of had me just try out everything. Being a kid, you just kind of got to feel out what you want to do. So helping others, whether I know them or not, has always just kind of come second nature with me. Sports taught me how to be competitive and win, but when I give back to any amount, I really never worried about winning or receiving an award for what I did. You just never know how much of a gift and how much, you just giving back means to someone. So just to know that I made someone's day by just being myself and having the desire to care for other individuals is priceless. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Also, seeing various mentors that I have give back gave me more of an encouragement to give back to others.
So, Elisa, she brought you up. How did you and Shannon come together as a mentor and mentees?
Sure. I met Shannon through her mother, my wonderful sorority sister, Cynthia Lewis. And Cynthia introduced our chapter at that time to everyone. She introduced Shannon to everyone, and we just gravitated to her. Her spirit was so refreshing, and she was just a young leader, and we saw that in her very early. I just started really watching Shannon. I mean, you see her through social media and so many other channels. And I just started talking to her, and I was just in awe of number one, her beauty in and out. She's a beautiful young lady, and how she treats others. And I just told her, I said, you know, I don't even know how we started. I don't know if I just said, I'm going to make you my mentee, or she asked me. I don't know. But we just we were just there. We just meshed together, right, Shannon? Beautifully.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it was just an opportunity for us to really, and I wanted someone. I have a lot of mentees in my life, and I'm just so proud of her. And it was just a beautiful relationship that we started, and still there. Great relationship.
Shannon, what do you remember about how y'all got started? Did she force herself on you?
No, ma'am. So, like she said, my mom is a part of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and so she is a part of the Upsilon Lambda Omega chapter here in Cedar Hill that serves Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Lancaster, and just the surrounding cities around here. And so, with that organization, we have CAP, which is the College Application Progress, and also Ascend. So when I joined those two programs, I just got connected to everyone. And then I just started seeing Miss Elisa in every, organization or program I was there. I was like, oh, I know her. And Elisa was in the etiquette section. And so I was just like, wow. And so we just kind of connected through that. And I just started talking to her more about different things that I was interested in. And then from there, our relationship just grew.
Wow. So tell us about some of the community service that you do. We're going to talk about the Common Black College application a little bit later, but what are some of the other things that you do that gave you this 1,000 hours of community service?
Right. So each organization that I am a part of holds a very special place in my heart. And so currently I serve as the president of the Dallas NAACP Youth Council. And for those who do not know what the NAACP is, it's the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I'm also part of organizations such as Leaders of Tomorrow, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. And I also help out with the Think Out Be Like fashion show, which gives me the opportunity to work with those with special needs, such as my younger brother who has the autism spectrum disorder. And so we just kind of give them a space to be, who they are without being looked at as an outcast. And so that's just a little bit about me. And I also am in church organization, and I'm very, active with the youth ministry in my church. So that's just a little bit about the community service that I do.
So were you at the last Think Out Be Like last year?
Yes, ma'am. I was a volunteer. I've been a volunteer for about 3 or 4 years now.
That's funny. We were there, and my son Jarius, he was on the, he was one of the participants. I'm surprised.
So my younger brother is Shannon Lewis. I don't know if that rings the bell, but
no, that was our first year since being back in Texas, and someone sent it to us, and so we were out. And unfortunate to see that, because of COVID, they didn't have it this year. But that's good to know. Now maybe I'll get to see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you're a leader. Your leadership skills evidently are great. President of the Youth Council NAACP, and recently voted international vice president. Where do you look for these leadership skills to take you? What's in your head about the future?
Yeah, so with the NAACP, that is one of the first civil rights organizations formed. And so I do plan on still being in the NAACP as I navigate through my life, as far as joining a college chapter, and also even becoming a life member when I become an adult. So I still plan on doing some work with the NAACP, simply because the mission is to secure the rights for the educational, political, social, and economic equality for all persons to ensure the health and well-being. And so with that mission statement, it's just aligned with my ethics and my morals. So I definitely see myself still being a member as I get older and travel, do different things in my life. And also with the international, being the international vice president of the Common Black College Application Student Ambassadors Program, I'm an advocate for HBCUs. I would like to see more minorities take that chance and opportunity to go to an HBCU, because I've had mentors and, college students talk to me about what's life like on the HBCUs, and, just being around people that look like you and just getting that love to see, hey, I'm not just a number here at this university. There are professors and students around me that actually care about, my well-being and, making sure that I graduate, get that degree, and get a good job.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the Common Black College Application.
Okay, yeah.
What is that organization?
Okay, so the Common Black College Application, that's actually a college application that you'll be able to pay $20, and your application will go to 59 different HBCUs, and HBCUs such as Southern University, Tennessee State, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, just to name a few. And so it's just a simple application, just saying your name, what your major may be, also the community service and activities you've been a part of, and those colleges from there will determine whether they want to accept you, give you different scholarships and just things of that nature. And so with that application, we've decided to start a student ambassadors program. And so with the student ambassadors program, that will be 12th graders. We're training up 12th graders so that they can help the underclassmen, such as the 9th, the 10th, and 11th graders, get familiar with the HBCU college application process, and also learn how to fill out financial aid and go after those scholarships. Because in schools, they teach us about college applications, but they don't talk about the HBCU college application and how to go get those scholarships and apply for financial aid. So we're just trying to get into different schools so that we can bring more awareness to these historically Black colleges and universities.
So I did put it on the screen, but it is in the chat box for people to click on, and that's a form for them to.
Right. So this form will allow those that are seniors that are in the 12th grade to sign up to become a student ambassador in your high school. And so if we could get you to turn that in by tomorrow, and you should receive an email after you filled out the application. And we also are looking for international positions such as secretary, a digital media person, and also a recruiter to go out and recruit more individuals to be student ambassadors. So just fill out that simple form. It shouldn't take you no more than 5 minutes, and that's how you'll be selected to be an ambassador and get to work in your school.
Yeah, and it's at the very top of the chat, and this is nationally and internationally. So no matter where you are, if there are high school seniors, please have them complete the application. I'm getting an echo of myself. I'm not sure what it is, but
like Ms. Gloria said, this is an international organization and program. And so even if you are in the 50 states, we are still accepting student ambassadors that may be in Africa or Europe, just anyone that wants to, bring awareness about HBCUs and getting, taking it serious to get individuals to go to HBCUs. We encourage you to sign up.
Right. Elisa, what do you want to ask her that you haven't asked her tonight?
You know what? Gosh, I have so many wonderful times with Shannon, and we talk about a lot of stuff. I always ask Shannon or mention to Shannon to be and get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. That's the best way you learn. And so with that being said, what has been something that you remember has been uncomfortable, that you thought was uncomfortable, but you made it to a comfortable situation?
Okay, that's a good question. Something that I thought may have been uncomfortable, but I turned out and it became comfortable. I would say actually doing my first interview with the Friendship West, when we went live to go talk about the NAACP and things of that nature. I think, originally in my mind, I remember telling myself, I want to be able to be a public speaker and reach people that I've never reached before. But it's like, once that camera comes on, it's like, this is real deal. Like, this is what you want to do. You got to be prepared. So a lot of nerves went through, but after, just realizing, hey, this is just a conversation, being able to talk to the public, and this is just being a regular conversation, and just
Mhm.
speak about what you know.
Mm.
From there, I was like, wow, I can do this every day. So I think that was a situation that was uncomfortable initially when the camera came on, because I was like, wow, okay, 100 people may be watching me, so let me not mess up. But once I got in the groove of things and really just got into the conversation, I was like, wow, okay, I can do this. This is something that I can see myself doing.
And you've achieved it well. Shannon and I talk a lot about, and we kind of laugh at our schedules because either she's being interviewed about something or I'm being interviewed about something, and we try our best to support one another. One of the things that I have learned is self-care. Self-care is not selfish. Shannon, what do you do for self-care? And I know your schedule is very busy too. What is your stopping point? Because I know what my stopping point is. I will say no unapologetically. And I will say, I'm just not able to do that. What is your stopping point, and how do you look at self-care, and what do you do for self-care?
So for me, I kind of look at Monday through Friday as being my school, work, business, anything that I need to get done that's important. Monday through Friday is that day. And then Saturday and Sunday, I just kind of relax a little and just kind of try to get my mind off of everything. Because sometimes I know I can have a habit of like, I need something, something is, it has to be done, or this just doesn't feel right to be relaxed. But I just kind of gotten to the point now that I'm a senior that, not to put so much stress on yourself, to really take time to have that self-care and take naps. Like sometimes if I don't have a class or I've done my work, I may go take a 30-minute nap and then get back on. And so that's just a bit about that. I like getting my nails and my feet done. So with self-care, that's kind of what I do. And also watching YouTube videos, learning how to do, different makeup. That's just kind of my self-care. But like I said, Monday through Friday is business, work, and school. And then Saturday and Sunday, I just kind of relax a little.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Well, I told you I wanted to ask you about the beading, because that's something that I do. And I saw that you do the waist, it's called the waist belts?
Waist beads. Yes,
Waist
ma'am.
beads, yeah. Now, do you do that for relaxation or does it stress you?
Well, actually, I don't hand make those. I have a vendor. Those waist beads come from Ghana in Africa. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting to make them, but that's gonna take a long time, considering different waist and inches I would have to do. So yeah, I actually have a vendor that I get them from. And so with waist beads, they just kind of represent feminism and spirituality. In Africa, that's a very popular thing. And they wear waist beads for like religious ceremonies and also just for tradition. So I started selling them, and I've been getting really good business. A lot of people hit me up and reach out to me and tell me different colors that they are interested in buying. And so that's just kind of a little something that I make for profit on the side, because I'm just one of those kids. I really don't like asking my parents for money, and I've just grown to be independent because I know my parents will have to eventually have long-term care with my younger brother. Like I said, he has autism. And so I just kind of wanted to be that kid that said, you know what, I know I can ask my parents for things, but I've come to an age where it's like, okay, Shannon, you're about to be out the house and going to college. You need to figure out how and where you're going to get your source of income.
That's smart.
Lord, can we just get some more cheering like Shannon? Miss Cynthia, what? We need some more cheering like Shannon.
That is good to have the entrepreneur spirit so early.
Yeah. And multiple streams of income.
Yes,
definitely.
In this day and time, that is one of those things that are so important. So yeah, I thought you made them because I do it for relaxation and for fun and craft fair. So I thought that was one of your relaxing things to do.
Well, actually, one thing that I've actually started doing that is another source of income that I just picked up is I do baskets. So I
saw that.
Yes, so I had a friend. Actually, this idea came from one of my friends, and she was like, Shannon, I know you like doing the crafty stuff and being creative. I need you to do me a senior night basket for my friend. And at first I was like, okay. And her name is Kennedy. So I was like, Kennedy, okay. I'll think about it. So then she was like, Shannon, that's just your cup of tea. So I need you to do that. And I'll pay you and just make it look real good. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And so it just kind of took off from there. I did my first one, and then a lot of people just started reaching out saying, hey, my son or my grandson or my nephew, they are having senior night homecoming. Can you do me a basket, and how much, and what are your prices? And with me, I'm just like, I work with budgets. So whatever budgets you have, that's the quality of work that you're going to get. So I think the best that I've done is like $25. And so it still looked like how my other ones that I've done that may be a little bit more expensive. But like I said, I just work with budgets, and that's just grown to be something that is relaxing to me. And I just finished the basket today, actually.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. Your mind is just going 24/7. I can see it. It's just going and going and going. Wow. So what is your, they say we should have dreams, and dreams that we don't worry about the money. We don't worry about the how, when, where, whatever. We should have a dream that's so big that only God can make it happen. Do you have one of those?
I say my biggest dream is just to be able to reach people that I've never reached before in my lifetime. I just want to reach people that I may have never came across to, whether I took another route. And so with me, I just, whether it's me, like I said, making a basket, or me selling something, or me just talking and giving advice, I just want to be able to reach individuals that I've never reached before, as I grow older, and as I just really get a feel for what I really want to do in life. Like I said, I do want to be a physician assistant, but I also want to have my hands in different things where I can reach people, that may be in another country. So that's just one of my biggest dreams and aspirations, is just reaching people that I've never reached before.
Cool. Elisa, you got anything?
You know what? It was so interesting, and I was listening to Shannon, and I was like, man, she's so much, so polished at such a young age, and I just love that. You're so anchored to inspire others, and I think that's beautiful. I love to inspire others, because you really, and someone told me this a long time ago, and I truly believe this, you really never know where your next blessing is going to come from. And sometimes when you inspire someone else, they're just amazed by the time that you took with them and how you inspire them. So I see how you inspire others. I see how your dreams come true, even at a very early age. What inspires you to keep it moving? What inspires you to keep going?
So one, I would say two things. No, I will give you three. I'm gonna give you three. So the first,
give me three.
My parents, just seeing my parents, never give up and continue to go after things that they want to do. My mom, with me, being such an active person, she always makes it happen. Before I got my license, she was having a rip and run, take me everywhere. And then my dad was just a really good support system to motivate me and just kind of prep talk me. Hey, this is what you could say, or just giving me tips. So both of them have really been inspiring me just to never give up. And always, when someone tells you no, maybe that just wasn't, God's plan or God's, path for you. So just never give up. So I would say first my parents, and then second, my younger brother. I talk about my brother a lot because, just seeing him being special needs and knowing that, he is someone that can't do the things that I have the ability to do. It just inspires me to say, you know what, Shannon, my brother, your younger brother can't do that. So, how about you do that and you take the opportunity to do that? And just be an advocate for him and individuals like him. So that would say my second. And then my third, I would say mentors. My mentors inspire me because they give me, advice, and they're always just checking in and being so supportive, like Miss Elisa Allen, Janice Beavers, Sister Felicia Dorsey, Angie Porter, just to name a few. And those are just a few of my mentors out of all the mentors I have. Also, Miss Bridget Roberson, making sure I shout her out. Making sure that I have everything I need. Like a few of my mentors have teamed up with me with this next project that I have coming up with the Project Beauty. And we're just raising and donating different items such as hand lotion, face masks, and different things, just so that individuals and women this holiday season, we give back and let them know, hey, yes, you're going through a hard time, but there's someone out here that's, just want to be a blessing to you. So I would just say those three characters, I'm sorry, those three parts in my life and aspects are just things that inspire me to just keep going, honestly.
I have another question, if you don't mind, Gloria,
Go
since we're
ahead.
talking about that. And I think we all have had a past and learning how we can move from our past to our present. And Shannon and I talk a lot about different things, like I mentioned earlier. And I always tell Shannon, bring vision, bring voice, and bring value. Shannon, I see a lot of youth and young adults that are not doing some of the things in social media that they should do, and how they're portraying themselves in a negative light and how that carries them. And as you all know, I've been a recruiter for my company. I was a recruiter before I moved on to a different position. I was a recruiter for 10 years. And I see how that can impact, and their decisions on what they put out there on social media can impact them even today. What advice would you give a student or someone who is trying to get to another level in their life, and how they can stop doing some of the things on social media?
One piece of advice I would say is that just because you deleted it does not mean someone cannot, can access it, So with that, and what I mean by that is just because you say, oh, I made this post 5 years ago and I deleted it, I'm clean. No, there's someone, and there
That's
are
right.
systems that can go back and track and say, hey, you left a digital footprint and you said this,
Mhm.
what was that about? And that can really make or break you.
Yeah.
And so my parents, my mom and my dad, they always send me stories about, students posting certain things and getting denied from these Ivy League schools, or, getting fired because of certain things that they posted on social media. And, it's right in the keyword social. So that means everyone is on there. So I would say just because you deleted it does not mean it will not follow you
So
5,
true.
10, 15, 20 years from now. So just be mindful of what you post, because someone is watching you, whether or not you may think, oh, just my followers are watching me. No, because it can take a screenshot, and that screenshot hit a group chat, and it just go from there. So
Mhm.
just be mindful of what you post.
On into infinity.
That's true. Thank you, Shannon.
Now, Shannon, I knew I had a connection to you because Bridget Roberson is kinfolk. Okay.
Okay, yes.
She's my soror, but she's kinfolk too. She's from down home.
Love her.
Yes.
So yeah. So Shannon, my goodness. I just want you to just talk to us. Give us some words. Wow. I don't know. I'm just in awe of you. I'm proud of you, and I've just gotten to know you, so I know Elise and your mom have to be just falling over with pride. But so you talked a little bit about your brother, and I'll have to have you back on the show with my older son when you talk about siblings of special needs siblings. But what have you done to, I guess, help people to understand about, what's your brother's name?
Shannon.
Johnny. What have you done to help people to understand his path?
Right. So the first thing is I had to become comfortable with talking about it. Because knowing that I have friends that have younger siblings that may not have special needs, I just have to be comfortable, because when you're not comfortable about talking about it, when your friends ask you questions, it's just kind of awkward, and it's like, oh, should I have said that? And you don't want to ever have people get that feeling of, oh, wait, I didn't mean for it to go off that way. So I just kind of have to become comfortable with talking about it. And then from there, like I said, I do volunteer with the Think Out Be Light. And I've also done a podcast with the That Ain't It podcast, and we were talking about ableism. And ableism is basically, just with disabilities, and just talking about that and what America has done, for those with disabilities. And so I was just saying, how in the school systems, I just wish there was like a bridge to where we got to connect with those with special needs. Because it's like when we're in school, those that are not in special needs classes, they go to their classes. And then those that are in special need classes, they go to their classes. And we don't see them until it's time to go home, or, just like that. And so I've done that. And then I've also just got off of a panel with the special needs siblings. And we just kind of shared our experience with others of, growing up with someone that has special needs and how it's affected you. And honestly, I wouldn't trade the experience for the world. Growing up with someone with special needs, it just kind of made me realize that, hey, Shannon, it's not always about you. It's about someone else now. And so I know once I get older and once my parents start needing help, I will take my brother in. And so that's just a little bit about what I've done. And I just make sure that I'm comfortable, talking about it. That's just one thing that I had to make sure that I was comfortable and ready to talk about it and share my experience.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. And that's wonderful. One of the things, of course, my son is like 29. Okay. So I've been advocating and dealing with people with, disabilities for a very long time. And that's one of the things that, we try to convey in the schools, et cetera. Number one, they're people first. And then, we need to concentrate on the abilities they have as opposed to the things that they don't have that's, different from us. And that's a message that we can use in just this world, period. Celebrating people who are different as opposed to, going back and forth because somebody's different. I think that's one of the things that we have to learn even as adults.
Right.
How our differences can be a great thing. Because I'm with you. I wouldn't trade the experience for anything in the world because it's been a great experience. And I've learned, God has shown me so many things in dealing with, people with disabilities or different abilities than what I have. So
I'm sorry. When I went to Dubai, they had a center for those that are that are disabled and, have disorders. And it's like, they take pride, yes, they may be different, but we're going to give them the resources so that they can thrive just like everyone else. And just seeing that, it's like, okay, America, we got a little work to do.
Yeah.
Wow. But what's so interesting, I think, and I'll tell you my little LJ moment. We know, and thank you for being transparent, both of you for being transparent. I think we all have been touched by someone that has a disability or just different. We can be different because of so many other different things in our life. But I remember when I saw LJ for a long time, and I've been saying, but the first time I really just embraced him, he came to me and I said, LJ, can I have a hug? And at first he was like, no, I ain't trying to give you no hug. And I kept asking, LJ, can I have another hug? And he embraced you with such the warmest hug. You don't think different. You don't think different. Gloria, I can't remember if I met your son or not at the event. I can't remember that. But
look, if he was running around and you thought somebody was what is it called? What is it called when they run after you? I can't even think of the word. But because you're beautiful, he's Mr. Little Boy. So you probably met him somewhere. He kissed your hand or something.
Right, but I see him all the time in social media. But I say that to say, when I meet someone, because I have family members as well like that. When I meet someone, I don't think about that. I just think about how they have been raised in their family. Probably a lot that's my upbringing. My mother and my father didn't teach me difference. They didn't teach me how to be biased on one level or the other. They taught me to embrace. And that's what I do. But I just remember that warm hug that LJ gave me. He was like, no, I ain't trying to give, but I'll give it to you just so you can be quiet. But okay, here you go. I just remember that about him. But just a sweet young boy too.
Well, you brought up something, and I had forgotten that she talked about it earlier. Dubai. What was that like? Oh,
it was different. I would say that preparing for the trip, making sure that I had the clothes that fit into their culture. Making sure I'm not too revealing, because I know here at the beaches we can kind of show a little skin here and there, but over there, you just always want to be respectful to someone else's culture. And so making sure, preparing, making sure I had my long dresses, making sure that, okay, yeah, it's hot. Cause in Dubai, I'm going to be honest, it was really hot because I went in the summer and and got nothing on my heat. So, and so just making sure I had everything far as that, I wasn't showing too much. And so once I got there, like I said, the heat was the first thing that hit me. I was like, I kind of appreciate Texas heat. And so there, so just being able to see all the colleges and seeing the students and just seeing how everyone was just so nice. It's just, I don't know, like I just kind of daydream about it from time to time. And I'm just like, wow, I really went to Dubai. Because I know that's just an experience that some adults, haven't even been out of the United States or even out of their state. So just going there and being able to connect with doctors. So we had an OBGYN actually come out and talk to us, and she actually came from the United States, but she took a job offer out there in Dubai. And so it just kind of opened my mind to say, hey, Shannon, you don't necessarily have to do medicine here in the United States. You can, do travel medicine.
Wow.
And just meeting different individuals and different career paths, and then seeing the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. It was just, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back because
that's what I was gonna ask you. You planning a trip back?
Yes. What did he say? Is I'm gonna have to go back because Dubai was just amazing, and just being around other individuals and students that are kind of like me that want to go into the STEM, but just studying abroad was just a different experience to where I'm gonna have to do that again. I really am. Like, everything in Dubai was just beautiful, like from the food to just the people, because everyone was so nice. Our drivers that we had to take us different places, just so nice. So Dubai is just one of those countries that I say, hey, if you ever plan on going somewhere, Dubai is my first, like, hey, that's where you need to go.
Okay, Sarah Lisa, we gotta go.
I'm just ready to travel now. I don't care if I have to go to, well, you said Dubai. You can tell I can go to Delaware. I don't care. I'm just so ready to go. But I'm being patient.
I was actually supposed to go to Africa. I was actually supposed to go to Africa this summer. And so I just hate that I didn't get that with the corona and stuff. So yes, Dubai. I just say, hey, if anyone ever wants to go, hey, where's the country I should visit? Dubai.
Okay.
I'm ready to go to anywhere. But we will be patient.
There's a beach in Delaware called Rehoboth. It's pretty nice, but I don't know how cold it is up there right now. So.
Well, this has been fun, Gloria. I appreciate you so much. And Gloria has shared with me that she wanted to interview you, Shannon. And I just thank you so very much. You have so many principles that you use to guide you. You have respect, integrity, and you're humble and you're thankful, all those different principles. And I'm just glad to be your mentor, to share with you some of those things that I was taught and still learning. And I learned a lot from you. So you are truly my heart, and I thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Lisa.
You're welcome.
And with this being Thanksgiving week, I'm gonna just let the both of you tell me all the things that you're thankful for as we bring this broadcast to an end. Sarah Lisa, since your name starts with A, you get to go first.
Well, I will tell you, most people didn't know this, but my mom was in the hospital less than a month ago for 12 days. And it was a very touch and go situation. And I didn't post anything. I just knew that people were praying for me in different places and praying for my mom. So I'm very thankful that my mom is alive and well. She's doing okay. She's doing good. But we will be spending Thanksgiving together. And I'm so grateful of that. I'm grateful for family. I'm very grateful of family. And I'm grateful that we have praise in our mouth to thank God. And this COVID season has taught us to be more closer to our family. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. And I'm G, so I get to go next. Beauty, Shannon. Family. And I'm just, sometimes you just tell God, I'm thankful for what I haven't had to go through. And man, just thinking from the beginning of this year, I've lost friends to COVID and, to many other things, but God has been continually faithful. And I just thank him for the things I haven't had to go through, even with all the challenges that we've had. He has been able to give me a peace, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. Shannon?
Yes, so like the both family, I'm glad that my parents are in good health, my brother and my grandmother and just everyone that's around me. I'm just glad that they're in good health. And also, just being able to be myself and just I'm just thankful for everything, really. I'm glad that God has given me the ability to touch people and just be a blessing, whether it was just me just having a simple conversation with someone or me being able to give them something. I'm just thankful for that. And then I'm also thankful for this food that I'm about to eat on Thursday. Those are my my three things that I'm thankful for.
Understand that. I get it.
Right. And I just want to just give everybody that if you have a story that you want to tell, I'm opening it up, even though I have lots of friends that I'm going to be bringing on. This is the Gmail address. If you have a story that you want to tell to encourage someone, I'm open, and it's mine, so I could have on whoever I want to have on. Thank you very much. So, Shannon, I always go out in prayer, praying for my guests. Next week, I'll have another friend on, and she'll be giving her incredible story, Miss Jackie. But if you don't mind, I'd like to pray for you and pray us out for the evening.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
Father God, I thank you for just this day that we've not seen before. God, I thank you for, man, this beautiful, beautiful young lady, Shannon. I thank you for all that she's done and all that you have planned for her to do. Father, I thank you for those mentors and her parents around her that has built a good foundation, Father. The foundation is good. So we know as the growth goes, it's going to be solid. So God, I just thank you. I thank you for her heart. I thank you for her energy. I thank you for her professionalism, Father. And I may order her steps, give her wisdom as she go. Surround her with people that will protect her family. And God, just this Thanksgiving, we just lay our arms out and say, we are just grateful, Father. We are just grateful for all that you've been because you've continued to be faithful. So we give you glory, we give you honor, we give you praise, and amen.
Amen.
Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for joining us tonight. And most of all, you know what you got to do. If you're going to go out, wear your mask, social distance. But most of all, keep your peace, find your peace, and be thankful in this Thanksgiving season even more. So we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Wonderful time tonight. Thank you, ladies.
Now hold on just a second.
Okay.